Hi guys, so I'm gonna set this up and show you my current workspace. Um, it's it's not great, but it will do. Um, excuse me. Well, I'm just getting my equipment to place essentially. Um, I mean, if I get a studio, like a proper studio, would be great. Right. Gonna move everyone. Okay. So I just use a simple USB stick to transfer my files onto my printer. So, okay, so this is my general. Ooh, make sure I don't touch the power button for the machine. Alright. So I'll just do it this way. So I have Elegoo Mars Pro or Elegoo Mars 2 Pro 2 for the printing machine itself, and I have a curing station right next to it. So this will wash my prints, get rid of all excess resin on the outside and inside hopefully, and then once I do that, switch out the settings and start the curing process. So right now I'll just leave you guys here. It's a bit dusty. So protective eyewear and handwear is very well, very highly emphasized. So I just have my shelf here for my gloves, blue paper roll if anything gets messy, some UV glasses just in case, a bottle of alcohol spray, and yeah, I just generally keep like tools and stuff like that I use in here. And down here is where I put the print, scrape it off with my spatula, and just try to keep everything nice and tidy and clean so I don't get spillage everywhere and have a rough time. So I'm just gonna get some gloves. So I just buy this from my local hardware store. You can get blue paper pretty cheap as well nowadays. Well, I say cheap, but depending on how much you use of it, it could be expensive or it could be cheap. I try to use as much, well, I try to conserve as much materials and usage of my equipment because you know it just saves on money basically. So like gloves, I try to reuse them once or twice, depending on what I'm doing. Yeah. So yeah. So resin itself is quite, I wouldn't say absolutely toxic, but it's still not good for your skin, right? Yeah. So I leave the power button off because if I'm not using it, why consume power, right? And yeah, kind of wish I had a better angle for you guys. Like maybe if I put the camera behind me and you look down, like a over the shoulder type of thing, that could work. But for now, okay. Yeah. So there you go. Insert my USB. Go to prints and just try to find Mikey. I lucky enough have him in folders. So should be quite easy. There you go. So 20. Oh, you guys can't see that. Anyway, so it's 20 and the 50mm print. Yeah. And this red acrylic plastic is to prevent any sunlight. So for example, if you had an area that had like a lot of sunshine blasting onto your machine, right? That would interfere with the curing process. Oh, no, actually dust. Good. No dust. No mess. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go back and move my plate up, just so I can pour the resin. So right now I'm using the standard polymer photopolymer resin, gray. I do find that it does come out slightly blue, but maybe it's just my eyesight and color. So I don't really know. Yeah, so give the resin a good mix. So they say like you can keep resin in this tank for like 24 hours and it's fine. Doesn't really damage it. But generally after each print I do, I try to clean it up. Just make sure that the machine just lasts longer, essentially. Okay. So my room right now is has been cold for a while. So okay, before I open this, I do want to get a face mask. So because like I said, the fumes do smell, and I want to protect myself as much as I can. Now, having a high ventilated area would drastically improve the safety precaution. I don't have that equipment with me, so I'll just show you quickly right now. Ooh, yeah. So I'm gonna be doing this. If the sound kind of muffles, ooh, I do apologize, but health and safety first, before anything else. Alright, so I gave my resin a good shake. There's not actually much in this. I have one more bottle left that I can use. But that's about it. That's all the material I have left. I'll lay it down the line. Hopefully I can get a good stockpile. So I've never really done this, so I want to do it very carefully, one at a time, so I don't cause any spillage. So there's a line here for max porridge of maximum amount of resin. I don't pour all the way to the line first. I do it quite a little bit below it, because when the plate actually pushes in, it pushes the resin out, right? Because a lot of air is pushing all the resin away. So that way, if it's like to the max line, I think you have a definite chance of having an overflow. Yeah. So it's quite simple at the moment. When I first started, I poured this quite slowly, just to say, oh, rid of all the air bubbles and make sure the print's okay. But I found out that later down the line, because the machine compresses the air out anyway, because if you calibrate the machine, so this plate is completely flat to the base here, you won't get any air trapped in your resin. Yeah. So that's all poured. So I'm just gonna put on my lid. Yeah. Nice and carefully. Right. So let's see how long this print will be. So go to print, go for Michelangelo, press play, and this platform is going to move into position. I've calibrated everything, so the starting point will be at the bottom. So once it gets there, it will start its process. So right now, just doing that. Pretty slow motion, but it's very precise that way. I think that's what I like about it. Well, with any of the printers anyway. I remember back in university when 3D printing was kind of introduced, right? 12 years, maybe, yeah, 10, 12 years. Machine was ridiculously expensive. Alright. So this machine right now is telling me, okay, the whole print is going to take 2 hours and 10 minutes. Maybe longer. About 682 layers. I've got it as low as possible as I can. And then that's it. We let the machine do its thing. I've taken the mask off because the box. This is like a rubber seal. It's pretty good. I don't know if you can see, but at the corner here, you can attach filters as well, just to clean the fumes from the system. So once that's printed, it will finish, it will complete its process, and then I'll show you that part. So I won't let you guys see 2 hours and 10 minutes of just the machine doing nothing, because you can't really see anything. I thought like, oh, I can have like a nice shot of like the camera here, and you guys can see it go up and down. But by the time it actually finished the print, most of my prints, you can't see it. So I'll cut away, and then lucky enough, no messy hands, so I can use this. And yeah, be right back. Okay. Alright guys, 2 hours and 10 minutes has passed. The machine is about ready to done in 1 minute. So I did move the camera back into its position because I had to do a few video editing. No poly painting. It's because I had a lot of issues with my videos. But yeah, gloves, face masks ready. So get that done and move you guys into position. Yeah. Oh, there we go. You hear the beep. Machine's like, we're done. We're done. Oh, sorry. Sorry if I hit the light source. Okay, tying that up. Alright, so this is what it looks like. Finally done. Oh my god, it looks like it did it okay. Little tiny Mikey. So I'm gonna place you guys here. Adjust the camera. That's an okay angle anyway. For now anyway. So that's ready. So all the resin is kinda just dripping off right now. So I'm gonna prep my wash station. It does come with separate pieces. So this is like a spin plate, right? So when you do the curing, it just spins around and gets all angles. But I need to do it in wash right now. So this it's quite dirty alcohol at the moment. So I'll try to reuse it. Oh, that is as smelly as I remembered. So I'll turn on the machine. Make sure it's in wash mode. Okay. So have to be really careful. Well, I try to be very careful when doing this process and make sure that I don't get any spillage. Yeah. So I'm just gonna show you guys without the lid on. But yeah, Mikey's hat seems to come out okay. His chain seems to be coming out okay. Ooh. See, this is what I mean about like I didn't see anything with the small one. This one here. I was like, oh no, the print failed. and there's nothing there. But one step at a time. So there's this device here, which slots into this plate, and this goes into yeah, there we go. So this slot goes into the plate, and this one goes into here, and then it basically puts this plate at an angle, so all the resin, smelly, all the resin drips out nicely. So gonna do that. Untying this, just make sure all the resin drips into tank. Yeah. There we go. This is what happens when I'm recording and showing things at the same time. Getting spillage. Not good, not good. Because the resin itself is quite a sticky substance. So I don't want it going anywhere where it shouldn't be going. Alright. You see that? Yeah. So the platform looks like it came out okay. Mikey's legs are good. Nunchucks are showing. The tiny plate, I'm not too sure right now, because it's quite still covered in excess resin. A little bit drips here and there. So I do want to give it like 2 to 3 minutes, because the more resin I can save or let it drip back into tank, obviously the more I can use for future projects. I want to conserve as much resin as I can before I dump it into the alcohol, which after it's in there I can't reuse again. Let that drip. Okay, so there's this contraption that comes with the wash station as well. So this will go into the plate, and this will socket into its correct position, and you can change the height depending on the size of your models. Right now, most of my models, this size is really good, and I only have the alcohol filled up to 2,500 milliliters of liquid, which is quite a lot of alcohol. So I don't want to be wasteful of it. Alright, so it looks like that's kind of the final drop. So I'm going to untie this and kind of do a clean transition from one tank to the next. Yeah. Hold it in place. Alright. Yeah, so it's nice and tight. And just grip it in my tank. Yeah. Nice and secure. So for now, I don't want anything to splash into my resin machine. So I just generally, out of habit now, just cover this lid and let that sit. Alright. So now, I guess I can move you guys here, right? Yeah. So now the plate is inside the wash tank. Put you guys there and put the lid back on. So there is a sensor on this machine. Right at the back around here, there's like a just hit the mic. There's a there's a sensor that detects if there's any light blocking it, because this acrylic plastic blocks out any UV light only then with the lid on, it will allow for the machine to run, which is, I think, a very smart thing, because you could be like really eager to go and then just press the button, and then maybe an error happens, and alcohol and liquid just flings everywhere around you, and that's not safe. Yeah. So in this screen, I'm just gonna crank it up to 2 minutes for the spin. Actually, yeah, 2 minutes. Press play, and it'll do its thing. Once it, I've noticed that once it gets this halfway time, whatever time you set, the rotation goes the other direction. Now, for the people who make Eligumars and these machines, their customer service is, I would say, top notch. I had an issue with this curing station where the PC board, for some reason, just decided not to work anymore. And luckily enough, my machine was still in warranty, so obviously they were obligated to help where they can. They sent me a new PCB, very detailed instructions on how to open my machine up, replace the PC board, and it did the job. I've got the spare PC board in this box, alright, just as a spare. Yeah, this one here, and that's just safe for my sake, really. I don't really like to throw away electronics if I can help it, because I don't know, maybe it's a guy thing where like anything electronic, cables, spare, utilities, we just generally want to keep. I don't know why, but yeah, that's the thing. So so it's about 15 seconds out left for the spin. Now this liquid right now is quite dirty. I don't know if I want to consider dumping Mikey in a cleaner solution, because I find that if I don't clean the liquid off properly, it leaves like a whitish, like cloudy mark on my models. Sure, you can clean up later, but why should I, if I just had the liquid cleaner and just went through the proper procedure to cleaning up my model? But yeah, so the wash is done. So just lift it out. Oh, not bad. Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not good. Well, actually, I can just move the camera to you closer. Yeah. So that's the print. Yeah, 50 and 20 millimeter Mikey, ready to go. Wow, his hand's so tiny. Oh my god. Oh my god, the chain came out so nice. I'm not sure about the back though. I need to check that out. See, there we go. Excess resin coming out from Mikey himself. Yeah. So if that's the case, I'm gonna put it back into the tank and really let it wash. Yeah. So instead of 2 minutes, I'm probably just gonna crank it up to 3. Give it extra 3 minutes. There you go. Crank it up to 3 minutes and let that run. Go. Just so like it washes and really does a clean job. Because when I lift the plate from this tank, all I really want to see is liquid, not the liquid, but the alcohol to be the one that's running, rather than any excess resin. Now I could have left it in here, in the printer itself, and let it really grip for a while, good like 5 minutes. But that's testing, right? That's for future prints. So with this Mikey, like Raphael and Leonardo, the first prints I'm gonna keep. No matter what anyone says, these are the guys I'm gonna keep, and they're gonna be with me for as long as I can keep them safe. I find that how it is, really, right? You make something, you're really proud of it, and you want the first one. And plus they're tests anyway. What if something gone wrong, something not like completely sits right with me? I can't really feel comfortable selling it to customers. I'm okay keeping it because it just shows me the process of what I've done. Okay, so about 1:15. The rotation has changed. It's going the other direction now. Yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoying this whole process, because there's a lot of high production videos out there showing these process. I think they're valuable if you want just the information, but this kind of experience, I feel like it's like a almost raw footage of my journey of getting these printed. Still a lot of process. I mean, 2 hours for one print, right? If I can get them 6 on one platform, that's 2 hours for just the body, then maybe an hour for the platform, an hour for the hand and the headband, right? With Mikey specifically, anyway. So that's what, 4 hours of just getting the models printed, and then taking it out, cleaning it one by one, taking it apart. It's not quick. It's a very long process. I think it's very satisfying. So far, anyway. It'll get to the point where I'm just like, oh, I'm just sick of it, but I don't think so. I don't think I can. Oh, alcohol smell. Okay. Drip, 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 drip. Okay, that's a much cleaner Mikey. Rotate it the other way so the air escapes, and like let physics or science or do its thing. Rotate. Now, because of his holes, like one in his arms and one at the back of his head, I feel like I just rotate it. The liquids will flow out nicely. Give it a little shake. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna move you guys so you. Oh my god. Hope that's not too steep for you guys. Yeah. So once it's all dripped, it's definitely a cleaner. It's definitely cleaner now. So I move it to here. Okay. And let that rest. Just get my spatula. It's a bit dirty. See? This is a great thing about having alcohol, an alcohol tank. Dump your tools you want to clean. Yeah. Wipe away. Okay. Let that dry, air dry. I'm gonna get some blue paper and essentially lay it on my other table, ready for Mikey to be there. So I have my kind of workstation with all my like tools, which I'll show you on the side. So it's kind of like a assembly process. Alright, so Mikey's clean, so let that dry. Now I can get rid of this tank of, well, not get rid, but like just place it down on the floor of alcohol, snap the lid so there's no spillage, right, and put this plate back. Now, because the bottom is glass, not plastic, I do find that if you kind of have it bent and not completely flat on the machine, the glass just slowly cuts into the metal, right? And I actually had an incident where there was like wired metal underneath here, causing me trouble, right? So now this spatula, I'm not sure if you can see it, has two distinct sides, right? Flat, and one has a curve, right? And I found that having the curved up works well. Before I thought it was actually the other way around, just so that I don't scrape into the plate itself. But that doesn't seem to be the correct method. So use my left hand and my right hand as it's my dominant hand, and then I put it underneath the platform, just here, and carve away, and then it kind of snaps off the plate. I'm going to do this big one first. There you go. Yeah. Comes off quite nicely. Just going to put it on the other table and do this for the rest of them. Now I want to be careful not to put like the pressure in the wrong angle, because I had the instance where, because I was putting so much force, it snapped it completely off. Oh. No good, because then he just wasted X amount of hours or time getting your print. Oh, my key came off quite nice. So this is tiny Mikey. Oh. I hope I didn't snap anything. Oh my god. So scary. That sudden like release. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, clean off my spatula. Okay. So, well, just clean up my plate. Keep everything nice and clean. So now I can take this off, put it to the side, and just clean this platform. I do find the alcohol itself is quite cold, so when I did like prints back to back, I found that the prints were failing because the plate was so cold, the resin kind of didn't latch on correctly, and then it just made cleanup a little bit worse. Okay, so that goes there. Now So I've decided that I'm gonna take off the supports first, and with and cure him afterwards. So leave that, turn it off, save power, not a deal, and put this platform back. Okay, and this is technically ready for another print. Because there was no fail, or there was not a failed print. There's unlikely to be any loose resin or hard resin in the tank itself. So that's that. So I'm gonna move you guys back here. Alright. Oh. Alright, let's see if I can get it to focus. Yeah. So not that many parts to Mikey, right? So you got these platform here. Wait. Good angle. Platform here. One part. Hold on by two part, Mikey. And look how well the details came out. Right. What a printer. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So the resin itself is still quite sticky and soft. So I do want to be careful and not hold it with such a grip. Yeah. And you have Mikey's hand or arm. Look at that. So yeah, no. There's a way to focus. But essentially what I'm showing is the glove, the hole. That was quite distinct. It's gonna make painting much easier. And I think I'm more comfortable with these headbands actually. A little bit thicker than the other two. And tiny Mikey. Yeah. Look at that. Even printing off these nunchucks pretty well. Yeah, gotta be careful not to snap that off. These platform that printed well because of the angle. And ooh, headband. Yep. And tiny little. Oh my god, you can't even focus on it because it's so tiny. But yeah, this is essentially Mikey's the 20mm hand. That's what happened to the other guys. When I printed it off, I was like, oh my god, it's all separate pieces. So yeah, so this is my like tool section. So I have like nippers, right? To like grab smaller areas. A Stanley knife, very simple one. Some nail files. The glue I use. Actually, I should show you the main glue. Yes. So I got this glue by Logitech super glue, power gel glue. But this is like a really like high precision drop. I really like this. Yeah, it allows me just to get to areas that I wouldn't be able to get to with like ordinary glue, super glue. And then I have my nippers, right? Some brushes just to I mostly just put alcohol into here and use this, and then use alcohol to clean extra area. This is just this is just my toy. I was basically making tea coasters for coffee and mug coasters, drink coasters. There we go. As a side gig, very long time ago, and just some more tweezers, right? Different sizes. Oh. One with flat head, one with like very precision, and another one with a smaller flat head. It just allows me to grip things a bit easier. So yeah, I'm gonna get this all cut up and ready. Alright, catch you guys in a bit.